Installing Windows is the most basic and fundamental thing anyone can do, but when we look at it from a cybersecurity expert, it becomes much more than just clicking next, 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 and finish. Why is that? This is because every hacker, every cybersecurity expert understands every single aspect of the system, from how it is installed to how it can be broken or secured. If you don't know the foundation, you can't build the defense, or you even can't understand the attacks. Welcome to the root access, and this is part 3 of learning Windows from a cybersecurity expert. Now, here's the big question. Why do we need to understand every aspect of installing Windows? The answer is simple. That's exactly what hackers and cybersecurity professionals do. A hacker might tamper with installation files to insert a malware. A cybersecurity expert might verify digital signature to make sure the ISO isn't compromised. So in here, a hacker plays a role like intelligence, and a cybersecurity expert plays a role of a counterintelligence. Let's talk about the evolution of installing Windows. This is storytelling part. This is because some of the youngsters absolutely don't know that installing Windows was not the same thing back then. Let's take a quick journey to how Windows was installed over the years, because history always teaches us something. Number 1, floppy disk era. Back in the day, Windows was installed using a set of floppy disks. Cybersecurity risk, well, even one disk was tampered with your system, the system was compromised. Okay, what is tampering? Tampering means unauthorized modification of a system, device, or a file. I will make a separate video on it demonstrating how you can tamper software. CD-DVD era. This was more reliable than floppy disk, but it can still be pirated or it can be modified, and Windows can easily contain backdoors. Okay, so backdoor is basically a method of bypassing normal authentication or encryption in computer product embedded devices. They can also take control of device. This is why cybersecurity experts stress never trust unknown resources. Okay, USB bootable drives. So basically, today the most common way is installing Windows through a bootable USB with Windows setup, because it is fast, it is easy, or an infected USB can silently install a malware alongside Windows. So always create your bootable USB yourself using official tools like download ISO file from original Windows website and then make the ISO using roofs. Then for installation, PXE boot in enterprise environment, Windows can even be installed over the network. This is the powerful, but if network security isn't tight, attackers can inject malicious OS images during deployment. So now let's look all of these through cybersecurity angle. As you can see, every single method has its own security risk. If we talk about floppy drives and CDs, they have physical tampering. If we talk about USB, these are infected devices. ISO download fake or backdoor files from unofficial website. That is why, as a cybersecurity learner, you must never skip the basics. Why I am saying like a hacker do this or hacker do that? It is because if we don't know how hacker hacks into the computer, we cannot defend ourselves. This is the thing. We must know how hackers think. We have learned the different methods and the security risk behind them. But this is just a beginning, because in next video we're going even deeper into the world of BIOS. Beginner input-output system. This is the layer beneath the Windows itself. If someone controls your BIOS or boot menu, they control your computer. This is basically the basic understanding you must have before downloading and installing Windows as a cybersecurity expert and as a hacker. Because let's be honest, clicking next, 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 finish is easy. Anyone can do that. But here's the thing. Hackers and cybersecurity experts don't just stop there. They learn what happens before the installer even runs. They learn how the system boots, how BIOS UEFI decide where to start, and how attackers can slip it at that level. While most of the people think installing Windows is like just a simple setup, we're training our mindset to think like a hacker. That's the difference between a normal user and being in control of the system, which makes you
the one in control.
See you in next video.